Hi, Ms. Teagle. My name is Madison Owens. I'm in your speech class, and this is my informative speech. I have Abby here to watch my speech. Today we're going to be discussing a topic that is very close to me, MSG. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate. It's an additive they add in food that has negative effects and positive effects according to a lot of people. For me, it's a negative effect. I have a severe allergic reaction to it. I found out about 4 years ago, and ever since then, my life has been completely different. I've had to eat differently. I've had to um, just change my entire eating habit. And with that, I've learned a lot of things about it. And we're just going to discuss a few things about what is MSG, when was it discovered, where was it discovered, and why it was discovered, and what exactly is MSG. Like I said, MSG is monosodium glutamate. It was discovered by a Japanese chemist named Klukuna Akita. It's a flavor enhancer or an additive that is added to a lot of processed foods. It was discovered in the 1960s, and it was discovered in Japan. What it does is it overexcites the cells in your body to the point of damage, and can cause eye damage, headaches, fatigue, and depression. It tricks the tongue by using unami, which is a savory flavor enhancer. Like we discussed, who discovered it, Klukuna Akita in the 1960s. He was a Japanese man who identified the flavor additive in seaweed. So he found MSG, the flavor, in seaweed. He partnered with a man and made a company, Ajinomoto, and they specialize in producing MSG for food, and they also are a drug company. They sell prescription drugs as well, which is kind of weird because why would you have a company that produces prescription drugs and food additives? That just is fishy to me and goes to show that MSG does have a negative effect on your body if it's coming from the same place that prescription drugs are made. What is MSG? A little bit deeper facts are that it's a flavor enhancer and it's an additive. And it's very important to remember that it tricks your tongue by using unami. It makes you believe that food tastes better and has more protein, making you feel fuller faster, which is not a good thing because then when you feel fuller, your body is going to think that it's full, and then a few hours later, you're going to want to eat more. And that's not good for anyone, clearly. You get obese when that happens. That's one of the effects of MSG. Um, some important dates for MSG was in 1908, it was discovered by Kiwakuna. In 1959, it was recognized to be generally safe by the FDA. Generally safe. When I think of generally safe, I think not so safe. And if the FDA is saying generally safe, I choose to believe that generally is not okay for my body. In 1960, it was identified again by the FDA as it gives short-term reactions. In my case, I would have a long-term reaction because I would be dead. It has a terrible effect on my body, and it is not something that I try to eat. Japan. It was produced in Japan, and was discovered and produced in Japan. They produce it out of Japan. Most MSG products are Japanese or Asian inspired foods. Like I said, it was first discovered in seaweed, and since they were the first to discover it, they're the first to use it in their foods. When it was in Japan, it was produced over into America. So Japan found it first, used it first, and then when the foods, Japanese inspired and Asian inspired foods started coming to America, Americans started putting it in their own foods because it was faster and made Americans want the products more. And in everything that we do in this country, it's all in politics. So if something is going to make if a product is going to make Americans want to buy it more because it tastes better, makes them feel a certain way, they're going to buy more of it, which is better for our economy. Like I said, why is this MSG bad for you? It's because it tricks you into feeling fuller, not good for you. And there's statistics that show 40% of people have been impacted by this. I'm part of that 40%. Some tips on how to identify MSG, how to know what not to and what to eat. Anything processed most likely has MSG in it. Because it is a flavor enhancer and additive, it preserves the food for a longer time. So anything that comes in a box, if you look on the back and you see monosodium glutamate, it's there. I guess it's important to say also that glutamate is something that is for our bodies. We have glutamate inside of us, but when it's processed with monosodium, the sodium that is processed with the glutamate is like a yeast, and it cooks together and it creates a toxin for your body, and it's not good for you. Another tip is to stay away from MSG is to stay close to whole and fresh foods. When I found out that I had the problem with MSG, I started eating just fresher foods. Anything that comes from the ground, as a rule of thumb, is good for you. Um, Look for and avoid textured protein, yeast nutrient, gelatin, and yeast food. In these products, MSG is hidden, and they use the words yeast nutrient, gelatin, and yeast food to hide what's really in it, which is monosodium glutamate. Some more foods to avoid: soy sauce, broth, stock, any type of flavoring packet. How I actually found out that I had the MSG issue is I ate a Hidden Valley ranch packet, and when I ate it, of course, my allergic reaction happened, and it's one of the biggest ingredients in that flavor. Seasonings, malt powder, powdered milk, soy protein, and ultra pasteurized food. The choice to become MSG free is really, really good for you because you will become healthier automatically because you're eating whole and fresh foods. You're going to allow yourself not to feel as full so you can eat the amount that your body actually needs. And ultimately, you'll become a healthier person, and you will avoid putting toxins into your body that are not supposed to be there and that are going to create long-term effects like headaches, back pain, tingling in your face, and obesity. All right. I hope that this helps you guys out, and I hope that you choose to avoid an MSG-free lifestyle. Thank you.